What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my guy Royce the 5'9" is here with me.
Yes.
And
thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, well, do you want to introduce? Is this your artist? You manage him? Is it like
this is my nephew.
Okay,
this is my nephew Nasaan.
Nasaan. Hello. But Nasaan, what's the connection though? Like as far as management, I know you have your thing going on, label, all of that.
Well, let me tell you how it started. So, my studio, Heaven Studios, you heard of it in Detroit. I made it kind of like a hub for the younger guys to come in and develop. And he was one of the guys that was around. He just happens to be my nephew, and he also just happens to be the son of one of our prominent legends. I can't even put into words how important he is to the city. R.I.P. Proof. So if you look at his face, he has the exact same face.
Just like him.
Yeah. So that's the connection there. So this is my baby. You know what I mean? So
he's way taller than you.
He's way taller than me.
Way taller than you.
He probably could take me, but I'm never gonna try him. So
big man.
Yeah,
you know, and actually, I love Proof. Like, I knew Proof personally also.
Oh, really?
When I was on Shade 45, he used to call in coming from the casino with his mom.
Yeah.
Like, when the show started, he was leaving the casino. And he would just call in, like, to check in while he was with your grandmother, his mom at the time. But I've been on tour with them.
Wow.
Yeah, so he definitely was one of my favorite people, like, when he was alive. And we've had some crazy moments, you know, on the road, being on tour in Vegas, but he always was the type of person who really held it down. Everyone liked him.
Yeah, man, it's so crazy how many like people he reached and just was like such a character to. I find it so amazing. That's crazy that you knew him like
all over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, I used to work for Eminem and be on Shade 45. And so, and I know your dad also was in a group with Jay Dilla, too.
Yep.
At one point, so.
He was in a group with me, too.
Well, yeah.
we were called the Head Shrinkers. Did I ever tell you that?
No.
You didn't know that?
The Head Shrinkers?
Yeah, we never made any music like under that group name, but yeah.
Okay.
That was like his thing. He just make groups with people.
So wait, you guys made a group but didn't make any music?
Yeah, but it was way back in the Ebony Showcase
the
days.
Shrinkers. I want to know what the thinking was when y'all was sitting down. Like, what's a good name for the group?
Yo, who came up with that title, Keno? Was it Hussein? Westside Hussein? Or you don't remember that?
No, but it sounds crazy.
The Head Shrinkers. I was thinking to myself, I don't really like the name, but all right,
yeah,
we can do it. Yeah, we just started.
I'll rock with
it. Yeah.
Pre-pause.
Yeah, way back in the day.
And Nasaan, for you, do you prefer, like, when you think about it, would you like to be in a group or would you prefer being a solo artist?
I tried the group thing. It's not for me because I'm so vision strong and I'm weird about controlling other people's like journeys or like the entire creative idea. So I rather just like steer my own ship. So like I like the solo thing. Prefer that.
To me, that's his biggest strength, like his ability to maintain quality control.
Okay.
And, the way that he sees the vision from point A all the way to Z. You know, he shoots his own videos, he edits them himself, he does everything himself. Everything that we weren't able to do back when I was his age because of technology. You know what I mean? So, like,
isn't that amazing?
It's
the
amazing.
Fact that you don't even have to own a studio. It used to be so tough to like record.
The things that he's able to pull off visually, it would literally cost $250,000, $300,000 back in the day.
When you were saying like one of your videos was like $500,000,
you're like, what? I could do that for $1,000.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's crazy.
That was nothing. That was just standard.
Which video was $500,000?
Rock City.
Okay.
Rock City, because we did some stuff in post production that costed a lot of money back then.
Isn't it? People used to spend like $1 million on videos back. Now that's unheard of. That's like
those Dave Myers videos and all of that.
And Hype Williams.
Yep, Hype Williams. Yep.
I remember because I used to work with Wu-Tang, and I think when they did Triumph, that video was $1 million.
All the bees.
And they were like, why did we spend $1 million on a video?
That was the move back then. That was the wave back then.
And people like to say that, like, this video was $1 million.
Yeah, you can't spend $1 million and not say it.
Million.
Now, of course, we're also talking about 313 Day while we're here, which is a big day in Detroit. What exactly is, I know it's the area code, but where did 313 Day even originate from?
I have no idea.
Like, why did they even start that?
Does anybody in here know? Because I'd like to know.
It's the only place. Yeah, just a celebration of Detroit. So what are the plans for 313 Day? I know we're here to talk about this collaboration.
Yeah, I'll probably go to the game.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna help curate some events. because I have a partnership with the Detroit Pistons. That's another thing that I'm here to speak about. I've been appointed a position. I can't say exactly what the position is yet, right, Keno? Okay. Yeah. So we're coming together, and there's going to be a whole bunch of initiatives. But right now, the focus is 313 Day and this collaboration
that looks
I did
good
with them for Jay Dilla.
Yes,
to honor Jay Dilla.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And
I like
actually
that.
Brought one for you.
Oh, yay! Okay, because I know this drops on 313 Day on March 13th. You can get it online.
I said she's a fly girl, so I got to have one.
I got on my Brooklyn Nets but I wear this too on 313 Day because I'll be at the game. I'm gonna wear this to the game on that particular day. So that was your thinking to do that collab with Jay Dilla, this merch collab. It's a capsule collection.
Yeah, they were looking for something to do to honor Dilla. And we all came together and was like, how about we do like a merch capsule? You know? So we did 6 pieces. We did three T-shirts, 3 hoodies, and 2 hats, 2 different hats. So this one,
that's going to sell out.
We have,
yeah, for sure.
These you only can get in the arena and on the site, which is Pistons. You don't have to whisper, bro. Pistons313shop.com. You can get it there. And I was the art director on this one in particular.
Okay.
So I'm very proud of this one.
It looks good. I like it. I like the color too. It's like a different type of color. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, what would you call it? You a fashion guy.
You a fashion guy.
Yeah, let's go with that.
So we real proud of this one. And plus too, just the estate, Dilla's estate, you know what I mean, trusting me to oversee something so his legacy, it's an honor.
I've had some of those Dilla donuts. Those donuts are amazing.
I was just telling him about that spot. Yeah,
I didn't know he had a donut shop. I gotta go.
Yeah. They taste, those were amazing donuts. I'm not gonna lie, I be thinking about it sometimes. Like some Dilla donuts. Now, have you ever had a chance, Nasaan, to rap on a Dilla beat?
I have not. That would be crazy though. Yeah, they got some just.
It was zillions floating around.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be nice is your project all the way done? I know it's coming out next month.
It's like, we making like a few little minor tweaks, but for the most part, it's pretty much done. Yep.
And it's still called Era 404?
Yep, Era 404, yep. Dropping like April 25th? April 25th, yeah.
April 25th is the official date?
Yep.
Okay.
How are you with being patient? Because I know that you've been working on things for a few years now, like 3 or 4 years, but how is that for you? Because I know you're probably like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'd be like, Garrett over here is just like, you know what I'm saying? Because, I be wanting to like just go, but I'm realizing, because I'm just now getting this, that like a lot of stuff take like, Royce tells me all the time too, is just like line your ducks up in a row and like make sure that all the shots that you shoot are going to hit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm becoming more patient day by day. I have to, so yeah.
I think that On the Radar freestyle probably really had you like, I need to do something.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, after like just seeing all the attention from them, I'm like, yo, what's next? We got to go. Just eyes, so yeah. But no, I got a great team, these guys, and they keep me in line as far as that. So yeah.
Now I do have to ask you, in that freestyle, when you ripped that picture of Corday, what was that about? I'm curious because I was like, is there?
No, you know what's so funny, bro? I don't even got no problem with dude. I actually like him as a person. It's something I picked on him like a few years ago, and then like my fans was just like, they loved it, so I just kept doing it. It's like an inside joke. But I told myself like, dang, that's messed up. That's mean. I'm probably gonna stop. So shout out to Corday though.
Corday's just minding his business.
Yeah, exactly.
I know you were talking about the YBN movement previously.
Yeah, exactly,
so it's more about the movement and
right. It's more so though. It's rooted in competition. It's not like no like weird beef like yo when I see you.
It's not personal.
Yeah, it's, you know what I'm saying. I want to like it's none of that. It's just more so that it's competitive sport.
Okay. Yeah. Did he ever hit you like, bro? What did I do? Like,
no. We'll talk one day.
He probably at the studio ripping a picture of you.
Yeah.
And that because Royce, you have a good a relationship with Corday also.
I love Corday.
Yeah,
I love Corday. If I didn't know that he was so he's very emotionally intelligent. You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't think anything of it. And you know how rappers are when they're young. I was the same way.
Yeah.
I was doing more than ripping pictures up.
Yes, you were. And the whole crew was,
yes,
okay? You guys were going at it. Do you feel like nowadays when it comes to hip hop, we had this conversation at work. Some people, T.I. was talking about how it's oversaturated and too many people have access to make music. Or do you think it's a good thing that people can now not even have to have a studio or a machine behind them?
I think access comes with a price. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I definitely think the oversaturation, you're going to pay on some level for that. But there are upsides to it. You know what I mean? There are a lot of advantages that these guys have by having that kind of access. The only thing I don't understand is a generation with so much information at their fingertips and so much access to information. This seems like the generation with the least amount of knowledge. Mm-hmm. On like the business and just things in general. And
even like maybe sometimes the history of hip hop too.
Yeah.
And artists that came before them.
They're the rewriters. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They want to rewrite everything. They want to, you know what I mean? Like they want to be the first of their kind. So, I mean, it has its upsides and its downsides. I just love watching it evolve.
And Nasaan, for you, I know you have a good relationship with Paul Rosenberg, Eminem's manager too. He told me about you a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said you were really dope. So what type of guidance is there? Is there anything that you might want to do as far as that?
Well, like with just Paul in general?
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm game for whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think it took me time to grow though. Like when Paul first discovered me, I was just like somebody who's just like really good at rapping, but I didn't have myself figured out. And I think like now more so I understand who I am, just like not only as an artist, but just as a person. And there's more to steer and guide now. So it's like now Paul, he's, you know, like he's helping and playing a part, but it's easier now if, you know what I'm saying, that he understands what he's working with. So yeah. He's a big homie for sure. He's always in my corner.
That's an interesting thing. Like you can be really great at rapping, but then
exactly. It's like there's a million people rapping.
I went through it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like what is being good at rapping going to do? I remember, like doing a show. I was just rapping so fast. I'm like, yo, nobody cares. And I was like, and then I was just like, I was like, okay, I gotta change how I do this. Or
That's funny. You just had that realization. And for you, you said you've been through that too, Royce?
Yeah. When I first got into the business, I thought it was just about how good you could rap. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I went.
It's definitely not. Sometimes the best rappers can't make the best songs, really.
Exactly. And I realized that there were so many different facets to the skill set for me to pursue and just try to get better at. I just knew I wasn't really. Marshall literally grabbed me and threw me into the business. You know what I mean? Like I was 20 years old. I didn't know how to make albums. I just knew how to rap really well at open mics.
Right.
You know, so all of my development took place in the process, right there in the moment, you know, right there in front of people in the public eye. So
you gotta love it. Like being so young in the game, like you were, you guys have had like your falling outs and then coming back together. Mm-hmm. And then
come on, Andrew. You know I'm a Cancer. Don't make me emotional.
Get emotional. And look, you have a Grammy nominated album for Best Rap Album. You know, that's a big deal. And y'all might be doing another project together.
You talking about me and Preem or me and Marshall?
Well, you and Marshall, I know you and Premier are. For sure.
Me and Preem working on it's a joint thing that we do together called Prime. Mm-hmm. So we working on the third installment right now. As far as me and Marshall, all he has to do is just send me a text message, and I'm to the studio whenever he's ready. We pretty much just do that on his time, and he's always on some type of time. You know what I mean? Like he's always on some sort of mission. I don't know what he's doing right now, but I know he's recording. Yes, a lot of stuff.
Yeah. That's good. Nasaan, you want some? I know you've done stuff with Marshall before.
For sure, yeah. He sent me some stuff, but we gonna, you know what I'm saying.
And he heard this album?
I haven't played it for him yet. It's like I'm very like picky as a creative. Like I be wanting like my junk like perfect when I go play it for other like artists and musicians and stuff, and then let them like pick it apart and be like, yo, I think you should do this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And then you also work with one of my guys, I Swear Bezo. You guys have a good rapport. How did that even start?
Man, it was so I made the song Cullin' Gang. I made it random, just random at the crib. I just threw it out, but then you know what I'm saying, management and stuff, it was like, yo, this song is great. How about we, you know, reel in somebody that you you cool with or got a rapport with, and then they're like, what about Vezo? I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So we sent it to him. He sent it right back. Yeah, he did his thing too. Shout out Icewear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the homie.
Yeah.
That's the homie right there.
Yeah.
And listen, him and his wife, the Fresh and Pressed juice bar, I was out there when I was in Detroit last time. I love that.
I just love to see that.
Same.
Yeah.
And how honest he is. And even his journey, like we look at you, Royce, like not drinking no more, being healthy. You got your business together. How have things changed? I know we've talked about this before, but now it's been an even longer journey for you.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more adjusted to it now. You know what I mean? But everything in my life changed when I stopped drinking. You know, alcohol was like the common denominator. You know, once I removed that, everything kind of went into the form that it should have been to begin with. I mean, everything, even something as minute as driving home and not being pulled over by the police. And them. I used to think that they were targeting me.
You like, no, I'm just drunk.
Yeah, they pulling me over because I'm black, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
not because I'm
the baseball
swerving.
cap. You know what I mean? It's like as soon as I stopped drinking and driving, I stopped even getting pulled over by the police.
You know what? Have you spoken to Obi Trice at all?
I haven't. But I bumped into him a couple times, but it wasn't an environment where we could really like kick it. So I haven't had a chance to really like kick it with him. But I've heard some things.
Right. Because I saw him on social media. I wasn't really sure what was going on, but I was like, I felt like somebody needed to reach out to him or something. Like,
I've gotten that feeling a couple times watching him. You know, that's a slippery uphill slope. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to step on toes or say anything that's going to offend anybody. And I certainly don't want to. I know how us as addicts, we get defensive when people come at us in any kind of way about our problems. You know what I mean? So if ever the opportunity for me to speak to him, if he ever feels the need to speak to somebody, I'm certainly somebody he can definitely reach out to. I'm always available for that. You know what I mean? That's like a big thing for me too, as well. Just not only being sober, but taking the steps through my sobriety, helping other people. You know what I mean?
because you've been there, you know?
Yeah.
Are there people that you had to go double back and be like, you know what, you were right? Like,
and it's so tough to do because you don't want to seem like one of those people who got sober and now you coming from a place of judgment. You know what I mean? I'm sober now, so everybody need to get sober. You know, you got to kind of let people do things on their own terms for a minute. And then when they ask you for your help, you know, that's when you come in with the good words.
Yeah,
you know
they have to be ready for that assistance.
Yeah. A lot of people who don't necessarily understand addiction, they think that people close to the addict can just fix them. Why don't y'all get him on the right track? Why don't y'all? Nothing anybody can do, but the person has to be ready first and foremost to stop. And then, you know, from there, great things can happen.
And Nasaan, for you, do you keep in touch with the members of D12? Are they all?
A few of them. I recently was with Vaughn and Swift. Bizarre, we'll text from here and there. But I have a really good relationship with like Denine though. Like he helped a lot on my project actually. So yeah, I got a decent rapport with like some of the guys. Yeah.
Do you remember what are some things you remember from your childhood from your father?
Man, I just remember like going to Jeepers like every weekend or like Chuck E. Cheese and like I remember jumping off my balcony too. Like we had like this 2-story house and it's a den down there. He told me like never cross this line. Don't ever go in here. I don't know why black families be like don't sit on my
and
furniture.
they know you're gonna do it.
He seen me. We grabbed the nice pillows off the couch, threw them on the floor, and we jumping off the second floor into the off the balcony into the pillows on their nice pillows, and he just walk in the front door. He look at me, he give me some money, he just leave. I'm like, yo, you know, just random stuff, just little random stuff.
What was the significance of the money?
I don't know.
Go buy something.
That sounds like proof.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He probably just came from winning some money. Like, he'd break everybody off with some money.
He was a character, man.
Do you think, when did you realize that this is what you wanted to pursue?
Actually, like, man, my second time in 8th grade, I mean, I was a knucklehead, but like, just like freestyling on the back of the bus, like, you know how they do on like Wild 'N Out, just like little one-liners. And every time it was my turn to go, like, people would be super excited. I'm like I may not seem like it, but I'm like an egocentric dude. So it's like I'm a Leo, so I like getting my, you know what I'm saying? They'd be happy when I go. So it's feeling that feeling in like the 8th grade or whatever. I was like, yo, I want to keep doing this. So I started making songs, and then I put a song out. Then like, I remember I went to school with Yachty. I remember Yachty. He was like, we sat at the lunch table. He was like, bro, your song is hard. And I was like, really? Because everybody at school looked up to Yachty. He was always different. I was like, dang. So yeah, I just kept going. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you and Yachty spoken since you started?
Actually, no. I don't even think he knows I still rap. I did something, and it might have rubbed him wrong. But I was just like,
why are you always doing something?
I don't know. Like I was young and just.
What did you do?
Dumb. I had got on Complex or something, and I DM'd it to him because I was still in high school. I was like, look at me, and he was like going up or whatever. He had already graduated. And he was like, oh, he DM'd me. He was like, okay. I was like, I don't think he meant it like that.
Right. It's how you
like,
interpret it.
Yeah, he's like, but he was like, I was like, you ain't do this in high school. And then it just turned into like this big, like random weirdness in our DM. But yeah, he cool though. I ain't mean nothing by it, Yachty. Like,
he's like, look, let me clear up all my beefs with everybody right now.
Yachty, I was tripping.
So what do you think is like for you when you think about the plan as far as coming out? Because I know you're thinking about now the patience that you have to have, but also putting a project together, having some great people in your corner who have been in this business for some time. What do you visualize for Nasaan?
Man, I just really right now, because I've always been a person that just like think one step at a time. It's like a big goal for sure. Like, just want to be a like super big artist and just known like almost like a Renaissance man, because I do so many different things. Like Royce was saying, like I'm directing the video, I'm taking it home, then I'm editing it. It's like half of the beats I'm producing myself, recording myself, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to show kids more so, just like be a role model that like if there's a will, there's a way. And just be yourself, man. It's like I'm in here with like stickers on my face and stuff and like just weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just be yourself. Whatever you feel like doing, go do that. Blah blah blah. So it's more so just like what I want to mean to the world. I just want to mean, I want to set that example for kids who look at me.
And you grew up in Atlanta.
I did. Yep.
So when did you?
I went back to Detroit. So after my dad passed, I was like 7 years old, like 2006. We went down south. Cause my grandma lived in Atlanta. So I moved back 2021 to Detroit. I was just like, man, cause at this point in my life, I was like kind of like running from the idea and the fact of who my father was. I was weird about that. Cause I feel like people would try to like neglect the credit and just be like, yo, you ain't do this, that. But then I realized like, yo, that's actually a gift, and a lot of people love my father, and it's home court advantage, and it's like, why neglect like the blessing that you were given? Like not everyone has that hand, you know what I'm saying, or that blessing. So yeah, I came back in 2021 and just like linked up with these guys, and it's been to my advantage. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from these guys.
Yeah, I think it's important to continue that legacy because Proof never got to really live up to his full potential.
Right, for sure.
You know, unfortunately, but he had it all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so now you're like, the next, do you feel like ever you get any type of like, I know sometimes it's weird, but like some signs, or do you pay attention to like
those type things? Maybe not, but like, no, I definitely do. I feel like he's with me just like on this journey throughout the entire time. And I pulled over on the highway the other day, bro, and just cried, like just thinking about him, because I just feel like he's so proud of me. And it's like, I'm trying to cry right now. Hold on, chill. If I cry, cut this out.
It's okay.
But, now I'm playing.
Yeah.
Cut this off.
Yeah, it's just like, cause I know, like you saying, like he didn't get to do a lot of the things I know he wanted to do. He did a lot, but like he had a solo career that he wanted to like blossom fully. And I feel like I'm kind of getting to like, I'm starting to live out that dream for him, like for us. So yeah.
I remember he was really adamant about wanting to make sure he did it independently. So nobody was thinking like, oh, I got this from this label, to really prove that. When you think about being independent or signing, what are your thoughts on how you want to do it?
See, that's where I'm going to have to disagree with my man. So,
times have changed.
Yeah, exactly. I like having like a machine and label behind me. Like I said, I'm someone who deals with so many things on the creative front. I like the idea of just like having the business on the back end, and then like they just setting things up, and I just have to like show up and just be myself, and you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Paying attention to the business. But as long as you have good people in your corner, you know, they could tell you about all the mistakes they made. They could make sure you have everything.
Right.
I made them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you look back, Royce, at some of the things that you did, like what would you say are some of, like, let's just say the 3 biggest mistakes you made?
The 3 biggest mistakes. Taking that first drink with Dr. Dre. That's my magnum opus of mistakes.
That was your first drink?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Dre?
Yes, ma'am. At 21 years old.
Do you know what were y'all drinking? Hennessy or I remember that
Bacardi,
used to be...
Bacardi straight.
Okay.
Bacardi light or something. Is there a Bacardi light? I don't know. Something Bacardi. Marshall had me drinking.
Okay.
So it was that drink. What's another classic one?
Balls out.
Oh, thanks for reminding me of that.
What'd you do?
No, probably.
We want to hear that story.
Probably pulling out a rocket launcher on camera.
Oh,
that's great.
Yeah, that was a big one.
That's fine.
Okay.
That one haunts me still to this day. Thank you. I appreciate that. I need to hear some good things about my mishaps.
What happened that day?
Benzino.
Okay.
Benzino. He pulled out a big gun in a video clip toward me, so I pulled out an even bigger gun in a video clip toward him. That was so silly. But then, what would you say is the third one, Keno? It's been so many.
Mm-hmm.
May I?
Yeah.
Sure.
Where do you get a rocket launcher from?
Detroit, bro.
Yeah.
See,
May I interject?
The third one was, if I can just group this act all together in one, like the infidelity, like with me, like the way that I kind of came into the business and kind of did as the Romans do, and I did a lot of things against my better judgment.
Right, it's a lot of pressure when it seems like it's normal
because you want to fit in
things, right?
Like the drink with Dr. Dre, I just said yes because I didn't want to say no. It's not like I wanted a drink, so I never really been like the kind of guy who like chases women around like a bunch of. I never needed a whole bunch of women, and I certainly never liked the obligation or responsibility of having to micromanage all of these different people calling my phone,
right?
Being demanding of my time. It was a very, very stressful, self-inflicted stress type of situation that I put myself into. And then on top of that, just the disloyalty to my wife, who I love very much.
I'm glad that y'all got that back on track even stronger, hopefully now.
I almost lost it.
Yeah, I remember. In a situation like that, does she still bring up things from the past? It's hard not to.
We finally got past the point of her doing that. But that drove me crazy too. But that's one of the things that you got to go through.
Yeah, you got to just take the punches.
Because you can apologize, which is great. That's a great thing. That's a noble thing. But that's step one. Step one, those are just your words. Now, what about your actions? Your actions have to line up for a long enough period of time to where that thought isn't in her head anymore. And it's a process.
Right. And family matters a lot, let me tell you.
Yeah, you don't realize it when you first come into the business.
Somebody that was with you through so much.
And that's why I like something that you said earlier, where it was just where you were talking about bringing your whole self across on camera.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I divided myself up into many different people to fit into different frames. Yeah. You know what I mean? Instead of just being the same Royce the 5'9" all the time, no matter what room I walk into, the same Ryan Montgomery. You know what I mean? I should be able to talk the same. I should be able to dress the same. I should be able to act the same. Like my behavior and my demeanor and everything should totally be applicable to any situation.
Right. Listen, and Nasaan, you said something in your On the Radar freestyle too. Wait, why are you looking like you said it? What do you want me to do?
Say? I feel like I know you finna say. Let me see.
About your falling out with your mom.
Oh yeah. And
over money.
Right.
Things.
Yeah. I mean, it gets stressful. I feel like being an entertainer. I think so many people have an expectation of you or like a perception of you that. Cause I'm still in the early stages, so it's like, mans ain't got it like that right now. You know what I'm saying? But like, Yeah, it's those things that like can create a wedge between like just relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing turned into another thing, miscommunication, and like eventually we fell out. But we've reconciled and like improved our relationship though. Like,
that's good.
Yeah.
Did she hear that and was like, "Come on, son"? Like,
it's crazy. She actually messaged me and was like, "You think you could rap, huh?" Like, or like she like, "You think you sweet, huh?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm alright." But nah, she must have missed it or something. I don't know, but yeah.
Okay, sorry.
She know where we at, so maybe that's what it was. She's not going for the negative. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, man. Yeah. It's amazing just to see the two of you here together. And so, listen, 313 Day. I will be in the building at the Pistons game also.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to be wearing my new hoodie.
And
so thank you for giving
game.
me something to wear. I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't want to, but it's going to be fun regardless.
Even if I got to get out there on the floor and play myself.
I feel like I need to borrow some jewelry for this game or something.
Oh, yeah, you're going to need some.
So I could be on it.
The bling.
You're probably going to be on the floor, right?
Yeah, you know that.
So. Yeah. Detroit, nobody does it like Detroit in terms of just visual display of glitteriness.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be interesting to you, for you, Nasaan, too, because now you have that Detroit side of you, that Atlanta side of you.
Yeah.
Those two things coming together is pretty interesting.
Yeah, bridging it be weird. It's like, because in a way, it's weird. It's like, in a way, I feel like I grew up in Atlanta, so I know a lot about Atlanta, and I'm like learning a lot about Detroit now that I'm back and I'm older. So yeah, just like bridging those two things make for a unique blend for sure. I don't know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Who has better food? Atlanta or Detroit?
Atlanta.
It's hard. Okay, so look, I'm going to say this. I feel like Detroit is underrated when it comes to food. I will say that there's some amazing restaurants in Detroit, but Atlanta, it's like a restaurant by restaurant basis. Like there's places when I go to Atlanta, I'm going, to eat at certain places. But Detroit shows me a lot of love. And so I think after the game, have you been to Craig Cafe yet?
Craig Cafe?
Yeah.
What's that?
Okay, look, we got to go there. It's like a speakeasy and they have a secret, like you have to have like a password to get to the back room. And it's huge when you get into the back of it.
Fire.
But yeah.
Where's that at?
I don't be knowing. I think it's on Jefferson. I gotta look it up for you guys. But after the game, we gotta have some fun. Shout out to my guy Prevail too, who opened up a club, Privé.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some. We're gonna be outside.
Yeah.
On 313 Day.
That place looks amazing.
Yeah, he put a lot of money in. He got like alligator skin. You gotta see it.
Alligator skin.
Yeah, like on the chairs. I'm like, what's going to happen when somebody stands on it?
He said that the decor was inspired by my studio. Is that
that's
true?
dope.
Did he ever tell you that?
I don't know, but yes, he did. I just have his back.
You being serious? I'm wondering, is he just trying to blow my head of what?
He probably was serious. I can't see him just making.
He initially asked me to do the interior design on it.
Okay.
He asked me to do it, and I was going to do it, and then I realized that it's too big of a task, so I hooked him up with Neffy. Neffy Walker.
Neffy's actually designing my house in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah,
so your house is going to be amazing.
Yeah, it is. But I think they didn't end up working together because Prevail is on go mode, and he didn't give her like time to.
He couldn't move. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but Detroit is I feel like so much opportunity and like so many amazing things, that are happening there. So I think it's dope. How do you feel like having moved back and just.
It feels good. It's like, it's a lot different than Atlanta, but like being around these guys and just like seeing different things. It's like Detroit culture is a way different too to me. So I don't know. It's fire. I like it. I like it a lot. I almost, don't kill me for this, but I'm starting to like it more than Atlanta. Like Detroit is cool.
Yeah. You can't have them, Biddy.
All right. Well, honestly, I appreciate you for coming through. And so the new album, Era 404, April 25th.
April 25th, yeah.
That's set in stone. Who else is on it? I know you got a lot of it done.
We got, right now, I don't want to give away everything, but we got Baby Tron. I might have Royce on it.
Royce, come on, Royce.
We'll see when
he got to come through with that verse.
When the song...
I don't know. I might act funny. I don't know.
When the
How much
song
you
with
gonna charge him?
Come out.
I'm going to send him an invoice. I'm going to do the verse.
Yeah.
Let them get excited. Then I'm going to send them an invoice.
Yeah. Royce on there. It's a few people on there. So, yeah, they're going to love it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And Royce, for people who want to work with you, like, can you just let us know who you're managing right now? Is Heaven also a label? Or
yes, it's a label, but we're moving super slow with that.
Okay.
We're moving super slow with that. Right now, I'm just working more on the mentor guidance side. I'm also working with Courtney Bell.
Okay.
You may have heard of him. He's a young artist from Detroit. He signed to Monarch as well. I'm sorry, not as well. He signed to Monarch. He signed to Assemble Atlantic.
Okay.
So yeah, I executive produced his album.
Mm-hmm.
So I like working in that capacity. Now, as far as the executive side, I'm not all the way sold on just diving all the way into that side of it, just because I still have aspirations as an artist myself.
Okay.
And I don't want to
You don't want to do both?
Yeah. I don't want to try to multitask in that way. Anytime previously that I've tried to multitask, I didn't really hit the mark that I wanted to hit. And I don't want, I don't want other people's careers intertwined with my inability to be able to, do a whole bunch of things at once. I like diving into one thing and kind of like hyper focusing on that until I hit my mark and then moving on to the next thing.
Yeah, Premier said you call him all hours of the night, just like with ideas.
When I'm in album mode.
Okay.
When I'm in album mode. So right now, this is the first time in the history of me and Preem working with each other that I've been up to my ear in Preem beats that I haven't even gotten to yet. So yeah. So
Nasaan, you got a Premier beat too?
I need one. You need slow.
You can't have any of mine.
All right.
But maybe something might fit Nasaan better than,
Yeah.
All right. Any other beefs you need to clear up, or are we good?
Yeah. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. We good.
All right. Well, thank you both for joining me. I cannot wait to hear the full project. I will be with you on 313 Days, so I'll see you there.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you for having us too.
Thank you.
Really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
It's way up.
It's an honor.